Can you believe it? Pandas, these gentle, adorable animals, are actually a powerful diplomatic tool for China, helping to build international relations. And here's something even stranger. They settle territorial disputes through a competition to see who can pee higher. It sounds unbelievable, but that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to these national treasures. In today's video, we'll unveil some jaw-dropping secrets about pandas that you probably didn't know. From their impressive climbing and swimming abilities to their historic role in international agreements, every detail is bound to surprise you. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of these secrets. I promise, this video will be well worth your time. Let's dive in. Pandas originate from central China and have been on Earth for a remarkably long time. Studies suggest that modern pandas trace back to a common ancestor of the bear family around 2 to 3 million years ago during the Pleistocene epoch. Pandas are special members of the bear family. Although they belong to the order Carnivora, their diet is completely different from other carnivorous animals. Nearly 99% of their food intake comes from bamboo, a seemingly simple food source that actually requires a lot of effort. With incredibly strong jaws developed to crush hard bamboo stalks, pandas spend the majority of their day just eating. A panda can spend over 12 hours a day chewing and consuming large amounts of bamboo. This is essential because bamboo, even when eaten in large quantities, doesn't provide much nutrition. This forces pandas to constantly eat to ensure they get enough energy. Eating isn't the only time-consuming activity for pandas. They also need lots of rest after each meal. After filling up, they typically sleep for about 2 to 4 hours to digest and recover energy before waking up to eat again. This cycle repeats consistently, making a panda's life almost a simple loop of two main activities: eating and sleeping. A natural outcome of eating such large amounts every day is the substantial waste pandas produce. An adult panda can excrete 22 to 66 pounds, or about 10 to 30 kilograms, of poop each day. This may surprise many, but it's simply the result of eating so much, as their digestive system cannot fully process the large amount of fiber in bamboo. Panda droppings are actually one of the most recognizable indicators of their habitat. Another fascinating fact: baby pandas look very different when they're born. At birth, they weigh only about 3 to 5 ounces, which is 100 to 150 grams, just 1/900th the weight of their mother. This makes baby pandas one of the smallest newborns compared to their mother's size in the animal kingdom. In terms of color, baby pandas don't have the characteristic black and white fur right away. Initially, they have a pale pinkish skin, almost hairless, and they look quite fragile. After a few days, a soft, fine coat of fur begins to grow, and the distinctive black and white patches become more pronounced as they age. After about 1 to 2 months, the black and white colors develop fully, making them look more like their parents. Because of this unique size and appearance, panda cubs require their mother's constant care, staying warm and safe in her embrace during their early days when they lack sufficient fur and immunity. Interestingly, when a mother panda gives birth to twins, she often spends more time caring for the stronger one with a higher chance of survival, frequently neglecting the weaker one. This happens because a mother panda can only effectively care for one cub, as her milk supply is limited and her natural instincts prioritize ensuring the survival of one cub. Panda cubs need constant feeding and warmth, and focusing on one helps the mother optimize her energy. In the wild, the abandoned cub rarely survives. However, in conservation centers, scientists often intervene to save both cubs. They usually employ a swapping method, alternating the cubs to ensure each receives mother's milk and care, helping both have a chance to survive. During their development, pandas go through 4 main stages: infancy, juvenility, independence, and adulthood. In adulthood, around 4 to 6 years of age, they fully mature physically and mentally, becoming independent individuals capable of finding food and surviving in the wild. They have evolved to adapt to their unique food source, aided by a special structure called a pseudo-thumb, an extension of the wrist bone that allows them to easily grasp and break tough bamboo stalks. But don't let their round, somewhat clumsy appearance fool you. Pandas have impressive climbing and swimming skills. In the wild, they can swiftly climb tall branches to evade predators or simply find a quiet place to rest. In sanctuaries, their climbing behavior is often recorded as a personal preference, as they enjoy high places for better observation. Not only are they skilled climbers, but pandas are also strong swimmers, able to cross rivers easily to find food or relocate to new territories. However, pandas don't have particularly good vision. Instead of relying heavily on sight, they use spatial memory and hearing to navigate and remember their surroundings. This ability helps them maintain stability and locate areas with abundant food, even in low-light conditions. Unlike most bears, pandas do not hibernate. Instead, when winter arrives, they migrate from colder high mountain areas to warmer regions where they can continue eating. This adaptation allows them to maintain their nutritional intake throughout harsh winters, without the need to store up energy like other bear species. One peculiar but amusing behavior of pandas is their method of resolving territorial conflicts. When disputes arise, instead of fighting, pandas choose a rather unique approach: a pee competition. They'll stand on their hind legs, sometimes even doing a handstand to see who can urinate higher. The winner gains control over the territory. This rare and quirky behavior is quite a spectacle in the animal world. Pandas, despite sometimes appearing clumsy and slow, possess an impressive level of intelligence. The mind of an adult panda can be compared to that of a 5-year-old child, with the ability to learn, remember, and quickly react to its environment. In captivity, they communicate very subtly with caregivers through unique behaviors and gestures, sometimes even displaying emotion. China has strategically used pandas for diplomacy, helping to build and strengthen international relations. Initiated in the 1950s, this policy quickly became famous as panda diplomacy. However, few know that the history of panda diplomacy dates back to the Tang Dynasty, when Empress Wu Zetian gifted 2 pandas to Japan as a symbol of friendship between the two countries. In 1972, panda diplomacy made a significant breakthrough when China gifted Ling Ling and Xing Xing to the United States, right after President Richard Nixon's historic visit to Beijing. This event not only opened a new chapter in U.S.-China relations, but also established pandas as symbols of peace and international connection. The panda pair became stars at the National Zoo in Washington, drawing millions of visitors. The joyful images of these pandas became etched in American hearts, not only as lovable creatures, but as symbols of change in international relations during the Cold War era. By the end of the 20th century, China shifted its strategy, moving from gifting pandas to lending them on fixed terms. These contracts usually last for 10 years, with a fee of up to $1 million each year per pair. This revenue supports panda conservation in the wild and funds research and breeding projects for these rare animals. What's unique is that any baby pandas born during the loan period remain the property of China and are brought back once they reach maturity, ensuring China's control over this precious national treasure. Not only does panda diplomacy bring diplomatic benefits, but it also creates an immense economic and cultural impact. Borrowed pandas quickly become stars at zoos, attracting millions of visitors and generating significant revenue for local tourist destinations. Furthermore, receiving pandas from China is often seen as a special honor, a sign of good relations and trust from China to that country. So, we've uncovered some fascinating secrets about pandas. Not only are they adorable, but they are also a profound cultural symbol and a unique diplomatic strategy. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay tuned for more exciting animal stories and other surprises. See you in the next video.